Today, let's collect Mr. Terrific. Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another one of our monthly, we try to do these monthly, Let's Collect series, which are your quick guide to the key comics, important stories, and fun covers for a character. We're somewhere in the 30s. I didn't bother to look today what number we're up to. We've been doing these off and on for the 5 or so years now. We had a long period where we were off. We were back to doing them pretty regularly. And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Terrific, Michael Holt, one of the standouts from the recent Superman movie that really put him on the map with a lot of folks. This character was chosen to be to be our next Let's Collect by my channel members that are in my Nightwing tier. So we're going to shout out my members right at the beginning of this video. These folks keep my channel going. Mr. Daymare has actually made this suggestion to do Mr. Terrific. So those folks help me keep the channel going and keep making this content. So yeah, today is, our quick guide to key comics, fun, important stories and fun covers. We're mostly going to focus on the second Mr. Terrific, Michael Holt. He's been Mr. Terrific now since 1997 when he was first created. But we are going to, just because we have room in our keys, we're going to give a couple of extra bonus keys for the first Mr. Terrific, Terry Sloan. Now, I do give values for a lot of these books, but I do it in terms of categories, and the categories you see now are up on your screen. And basically, I just do that so that they're kind of ranges of value, so that this video is out of date less quickly than it would be otherwise if I was giving kind of exact values on these books. So without further ado, why don't we dig into the key comics for Mr. Terrific, in this case, both versions. So we're going to start with Sensation Comics #1. This is actually the first appearance and origin of Mr. Terrific, Terry Sloan. Now, obviously, this is a huge book for other reasons. It is the second Wonder Woman, her first kind of solo going here in Sensation Comics. Obviously, this is a monster book, but if you ever wanted to find the first appearance of Mr. Terrific, the original Mr. Terrific, this is where you would have to go. So obviously, not an easy book to get. His first appearance in the Silver Age is actually in Justice League of America #37. Also a fairly valuable book in like a high grade, but you can get low grade or medium grades on this for fairly reasonable price. You see him there at the bottom, giving an uppercut to the face of whatever they're fighting here. And then we have the death of Terry Sloan, the original Mr. Terrific, in Justice League of America 171 from 1979. So those are some bonus books if you want to just really dig into both versions of Mr. Terrific. But let's dig into why we're here, which is Michael Holt, the second Mr. Terrific, the one that appeared in the Superman movie. We have the Spectre, #54 from 1997. This is his first appearance and origin, how he becomes Mr. Terrific, how he's kind of recruited by the Spectre to take on this role. Next, we have just JSA Secret Files and Origins, #1 from 1999. And this is where we get the debut of the Fair Play jacket, which was kind of the theme of the original Mr. Terrific. And Michael Holt used it and kind of made it his, ongoing symbol. Next, we have JSA #11 from 2000. He had been in the book before this, but this is where he officially joins the Justice Society of America. And then in JSA #26, he becomes the chairman of the Justice Society. So yeah, you get this, it's joining of JSA, becoming the leader, all pretty quick. In 2011, we finally get a solo series, Mr. Terrific #1, comes out here. This was only a short run, like 8 issues. And then we get The Terrifics in 2018, kind of a first team appearance of Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Phantom Girl, and Plastic Man. And this run ran for 30 issues with him being the leader of this group and kind of having his own team that he had kind of put together. And then, of course, we have our newest key. This is Mr. Terrific Year 1, #1. It's just coming out in the last couple of months. I think issue 2 is out. I don't think issue 3 is even out yet. This is a 6-issue miniseries that's going to update his origin, obviously timely with the release of the Superman movie. So this is one you can get on right now. I did notice recent sales for the #1, and a couple of the covers of the #1 are going for pretty decent money already. But a couple of the other covers you can actually get for pretty cheap right around cover still. So, but yeah, so those are your key comics for Mr. Terrific. So not a lot of key comics you got to really track down just yet. but definitely some books that are out there that you would want to get if you're interested in Mr. Terrific. So now let's move on to the stories. Where should you start if you're going to be reading? So let's dig in here. Don't know why it sent me to a different one, but first off, the Spectre number 54. This is a one issue, gives you a full origin, first appearance. So if you want to get the background on who this guy is and where he's coming from, you can get it all right here if you want to start with in on Mr. Terrific. Next, we have JSA Omnibus Volume 2. This is 26 through 81. So this starts where he takes over as the lead, as the chairman of the JSA. Now, he actually appears throughout most of the first volume, the first omnibus. There is a first omnibus that goes through 1 through 25, plus a bunch of other issues and stuff that come in. So there's a bunch of other series and stuff that are covered there. He is a part of that run, but if you wanted to start here, you would get him becoming the chairman. You would get the roulette storyline, which I think is is considered one of the better Mr. Terrific kind of stories within this run. So this is a great place to start if you want to dig into Mr. Terrific as well. Next, we have Checkmate, Volumes 1 and 2 by Greg Rucka that came out 2006 to 2009. 25 total issues here, various artists on this one. And this is kind of post-crisis. He pulls together a team to try to bring things together after the crisis, after Infinite Crisis. I get all my crises mixed up. After Infinite Crisis, he's pulling together a team to try to pull the world back together. A lot of dealing with Amanda Waller and some other stuff. So a great story arc, considered one of his better arcs here that you can get for him. And not a super long one that you can get in these two trades. Next, we have The Terrifics. We talked about this 30-issue run, including plus an annual by Jeff Lemire. It's really considered a lot of fun. These are kind of 4 unlikely characters to be teaming up, but they kind of get stuck together. They got to work together. It got a ton of rave reviews. It's not one I've gotten around to yet, but definitely everyone says a great place to dig in if you want to dig into Mr. Terrific. But maybe the best place to start after maybe 54 is this current ongoing run of Mr. Terrific Year 1. Like I said, 2 or maybe I think only 2 issues are actually out. I think the 3rd issue comes out next month. It's supposed to be a 6-issue miniseries. So you can get in right now while it's coming out, get these for cover price right off the bat, be reading this as you go along. If you're interested in Mr. Terrific after the Superman movie, a great place to kind of start and dig in on the character. So those are kind of the key stories. So we've got keys, we got key stories. So now let's dig into fun covers. Now, you'll find with this one, there's not a ton of fun covers necessarily, because he hasn't been around that long, hasn't been on a lot of covers, at least not a lot of solo covers. So we're going to dig in here. We're going to start with JSA All-Stars from 2004. This John Cassidy cover. I just really like it. You see the original Mr. Terrific behind him with the fair play on him. You get to see him in the front. I just think it's a cool contrast between the kind of the history of the character and the current version. So I kind of like this cover quite a bit. Again, not a ton of covers to necessarily choose from, but I thought that one's pretty good. Obviously, our thumbnail for this video, we got this Alex Ross JSA 76. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover, a fabulous cover. Alex Ross rarely goes wrong. He does not go wrong here. This is a great, great cover, and probably my favorite of all of these. Next, we have Mr. Terrific number 6 from 2012. This J.G. Jones cover is my favorite of that original Mr. Terrific run. Nothing too spectacular here, but just a nice fight cover, a good cover that I enjoy quite a bit. Next, we have The Terrifics, number 18. This Dan Moore cover is just fabulous with the lighting off of them holding kind of the globe in his hand. Just a very cool cover that I like a lot. I would like it even more if it didn't have that Year of the Villain thing across the top, but still think this is a super cool cover. And all of these are super affordable, as you can see, with only really that Alex Ross having any real value, at least to this point. Next, we have Strange Adventures, number 8. The recent Strange Adventures run by Tom King and Mitch Gerards. We get this great Mitch Gerards cover of Mr. Terrific coming in to kind of investigate what's going on. So he's playing a role here. And then we get another Gerards cover on number 12, where he's kind of taking over as here at the final part of this run. I didn't read all of this. I've heard good things about it, but yeah, potentially another good place to read Mr. Terrific, although he's not necessarily the main character here. Next, we have the final 4 covers I'm going to talk about are all from this recent run, all from the first 3 issues. There might be more from issues 4 through 6 that are fabulous. Haven't seen those yet, but this is the Mr. Arch variant to issue number 1. This one's already going for like $30 to $50 on the secondary. Just a gorgeous, another one with the back of the jacket. So that's a theme here with these Gerard's covers, but just a great cover that I like a lot. This Doc Shaner cover variant is also, and this one's actually very cheap. This one's basically cover price book at the moment with the T-Sphere, which is obviously a big part of that. And you see kind of the different versions of him reflecting in the T-Sphere. So next we have issue number 2, this Jorge Fornes variant to issue number 2. Also is going for pretty good money already. Super cool. I really like this one as well. A great cover. And then issue number 3, which I think is not even out yet, but this Raza variant is gorgeous and I like it a lot. So yeah, a lot of cool covers coming out in this new miniseries. Potentially a great place to get involved with Mr. Terrific. So that is our quick guide to the key comics, important stories, and fun covers for Mr. Terrific. I really, if you haven't seen Superman movie, I thought it was a standout character in that movie that I enjoyed a lot. It was cool to dig into this. I've never really read a ton of Mr. Terrific. So hopefully if you're interested in the character after the movie, this is a great place to get you started, and maybe you can find some fun stories and cool covers to go read more about this particular character. With that, I want to thank you guys all for watching, and we will catch you next time. Later.